Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this pixie cut wig here. I'm going to start by dyeing the bundles. I did use the watercolor dyeing process method to dye the bundles, but I should have just used the old-fashioned dyeing method because the color did not turn out as dark as I wanted it to be. So if you're going for like a lighter color, the watercolor dyeing method should work out for you. But if you want a darker color, I advise to add more dye and less water so that it absorbs more color. But here I am just adding more dye into the water so I can dye the second bundle that I have here. I did end up only using one full bundle for the complete look. I did go back and add more pieces to make the front of the pixie cut more full. But yeah, you definitely will just be using one bundle for this look. I'm probably going to take the second bundle and dye it like a dark brown or a black. I'm not sure yet, to create another pixie cut wig because I really like the way that the wig looked on me. I just wasn't too fond of the color, honestly. But yeah, you're just gonna want to let your bundles soak in the water so it can absorb as much color as possible. Unless you're going for like a lighter look, then yeah, just keep pulling the bundles out of the water just to check to see if the color is exactly how you want it. Oh yeah, and also when you add your dye to the water, make sure that you mix the dye really well. I did use two different brands, so I believe like that's where I messed up at, because the colors didn't really mix well. When I pulled the bundles out, the bundles were pretty much like three different colors. Some parts were dark, some parts were light, and some were like very bright orange, and I did not like that at all. So in the end, you will see me re-dyeing the bundles once I completely finish cutting it. But yeah, so here I am just squeezing the excess water out. I would recommend you wait until the water is not so steaming hot, but I did wear gloves, so that helped. Here I am just pinning the pieces that I want to sew. Make sure you place the wig cap onto your head and mark where your ears are going to be at, because you don't want to like sew too much hair there in that area. Otherwise you're gonna have to like cut a lot of the hair off and it's just gonna be uncomfortable. So yeah, when I placed the wefts down, I did cut the wefts, but you don't have to if you don't like to cut your wefts while you're sewing. So here I am just sewing the track down. I have not sewed a wig in so long. I honestly was struggling. But yeah, I pushed through. Oh, and also you can just go ahead and glue the tracks down instead of sewing them. I was not gonna wear this wig right away, so I decided to sew it so it lasts. But yeah, if you're going to glue your tracks down, you want to place the cap onto your head and glue the pieces down instead of using a mannequin head, because you will be fighting for your life to take it off of the mannequin head once the glue has dried. And also another thing, I didn't do this in the video, but when you lay your tracks down, you should take your razor and begin cutting to your desired length. It will save you so much more time in the end. I honestly spent I want to say like a whole day working on this wig, because I didn't cut as I laid the tracks down. In the end, it was a struggle for me to layer the hair to the desired style that I wanted, just so it would look like a pixie cut. It was a struggle. So yeah, I recommend you to cut the wefts as you lay down. But here you just want to sew or glue your pieces down in a circle. I started off with a incomplete circle and just gradually close the circle until it went around the whole perimeter of my head, if that makes sense. I don't know. Little space because we are going to actually glue down the closure. So once you are done laying your last track that you're going to either sew or glue down, we are going to move on to the closure piece. I don't really know how to explain this, so just watch this part. But you're just gonna put hair glue onto the weft and slowly roll it into a circle. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, just watch. Alright, once you are completely done gluing, you're going to want to take a flat iron and go ahead and straighten out the closure so it lays down properly. Now this is where I began cutting layers into the hair to give the pixie cut look. And honestly, I struggled so hard. I had to take it off the wig, the mannequin head, and place it onto my head to cut, just so I can get the desired look that I want. Also, you're going to want to make sure the back of the wig is super thin, not like super thin, but more thinner than the front of the wig. You want the front of the wig to be more full, just so you can get that pixie cut look. Alright, so here I am just cutting away. And keeping a little bit of the length in the back. But yeah, just like I said, it's best to just place the wig on your head and go ahead and cut that way if you did not cut your wefts as you laid them down. But if you cut your wefts as you laid them down, then you can just skip to like the styling step, where you just want to make sure that the back of the wig is thinner than the front. And you want to make sure that the layers are kind of visible. So cut in a way that the back end of the wig, the hair in the back of the wig is longer, and just kind of gradually move upwards, making each layer a little bit shorter than the other so that the layers show. If that makes sense, I don't know. Alright, once I got my wig to the desired length that I wanted, I went ahead and took it, I went ahead and just dyed it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I went ahead and dyed it using some leftover dye that I had because I did not like the color at all. But yeah, so here I am just waiting for the dye to process, and this is the completed look. I did not put any product in it. I did not plan on actually wearing it out. I actually took it off right after I was done filming this. But so when I do decide to actually wear this wig out, I would advise to add some mousse into it and also spray some like wig shine or something to make it like a little bit more glossier, because it's given very much dead and brittle right now because of the dyeing process, but not too shabby. I really like this look. Alright, so we have come to the end of this hair tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.